तौ संतोषयता संतौ श्रीलरूप सनाथ दाक्षिणात्येन भट्टेन पुनरेतद्विच्यते तस्याद्यं ग्रन्थनालेखं क्रान्तवित्क्रान्तखण्डितं पर्यालोच्यात पर्यायं कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः। हरे कृष्ण। ये वो कौन सा गाना है, वो लोग इतना बड़ा बजा रहे हैं? फेस्टिवल है क्या? Okay, we'll discuss 106 Samscheda. We started. So today, yesterday we started Ashrayantara Swatantriya Anadarena Aha. What it mean? We are trying to see disregarding of other processes which are independent. So those processes are independent from bhakti and dependent on others. And such a process are also disregarded. If you see our bhakti is affirmed by disregarding the independence of process which have shelter other than bhakti. Independence of other process. Ashrayantara swatantriyam. Ashrayantara. That means ashraya means shelter. Antara means other shelters. Those processes are dependent on having other shelters and independent. Or otherwise you can take like this also. Other shelters which are independent, like bhakti. Bhakti is also one process which is independent. And also you'll be having like this, like how bhakti acts, same way, some other process, bhakti process is there. Some other process also. So they are independent, like bhakti. So such a process are disregarded. That is nothing but independence of those processes is disregarded. Those processes may dependent on other shelters, but not dependent on bhakti. Ashrayantara Swatantriya Anadarena. Swatantriya Anadarena. Aha. This sloka I explained yesterday. Avisvitam tam purnam kamam. Purna kamam. Svenaiva labhena samam prashantam. These three are the Visheshnas for the Bhagavan. Avismitam. Lord is Avismitam. Without astonishment. Because everything is coming from him. Everything he knows. Everything in detail he knows. Then he will never get any astonishment by seeing anything. Avismitam. And also Paripurna Kamam. Fully satisfied. What happened to these Bengali tigers, our heroes? Huh? 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 They are class, your youth class. Yeah. Acha, acha, acha. So avismitam and also paripurna kamam. Paripurna kamam means they, the one whose desires are fulfilled, svenaiva labhena, because of their his own endeavor. So by his own activities, Lord is completely satisfied. Svenaiva labhena. That means nobody is giving anything to him to give. Who is there separate other than uh, being independent from him? Is there anyone is there in this universe who is not dependent on the Lord? Anything is there? Nothing is there. So that's why he is complete. His desires are fulfilled by himself, actually, by his own actions. Samam prashantam. So he is equipoised. Prashantam, he is always prashantam means without any uh, uh, defects in his heart, without any dosha, defects in the heart. So that kind of Lord, vina, without that Lord, without the Lord, without the Lord, if you try anything, that is failure. Like without that Lord, Balishaha. Balishaha means Ishasya Apriya, who is not dear to Lord. The person who is not dear to Lord, that person, what he is doing, otherwise some other acharyas, they gave commentary on this. Balisha means murkha, foolish. Yeah, that foolish person. What he does, so he is holding the tail of the dog and is trying to cross the ocean. How much it is foolishness? Same way, if you leave the Lord and try to cross this material ocean, it's not possible. So that's why Yatha Uktam, it is also said in Bhagavat, another place, Rajastama Prakrutayaha Ityadi. Rajastama Prakrutayaha Samashilaha Vai Bhajanti. Samashilaha Bhajanti Vai Pitrubhuta Prajeshadin Sri Aishwarya Prajepsavaha. What it means? Those people who have nature of Rajas and Tamas, or otherwise whose nature is out of Rajas and Tamas. Actually, who have natures of Rajas and Tamas is not correct. Whose nature is out of Rajas and Tamas. Rajas Tamah Prakrutaya Samashilaha, who have the same natures. So these people who have natures out of Rajas and Tamas, they worship whom? They worship Pitru Devatas, Bhutapatis, Prajapatis, and so on. So. And who have the same nature. That means these people have the same nature of Brahma, is a Prajapati, Bhutapati, Shiva. That kind of similar nature they are also having. That's why they are so having attraction towards Brahma and Shiva. So out of desire for wealth, power, and progeny. This you know. So that means here how we can see these people, they are not worshipping the Vishnu. They left Vishnu and simply trying for these things. For the wealth, power, and progeny. Next, Skande Sri Brahmanarada Samvade cha Vasudevam Parityajya Yonya Devam Upasate Swamataram Parityajya Swapachim Vandate He Saya. See how strongly it is said. These are all very good for the preaching. Someone who is not worshipping Vasudeva. This is a conversation between Brahma and Narada. Vasudevam Parityajya. So he left worshipping Vasudeva. Anyam Devam Upasate. Worshipping the other devatas. Then that kind of person is what? Swamataram Parityajya Swapachim Vandate. Swapachi means, dog eater. Female dog eater. Ne female dog ne. Dog eater but female. Female person. It's not the how female dog eats. It's not getting the doubt. She is dog eater. She dog eater. You say that English is very difficult. The language, if you try. While writing translations, doing translation, we got so much confusion. English language is very poor, that's why. So, leaving his mother and respects low caste women. That is. Elsewhere it is said, Mahabharata. In Mahabharata it is said that Yastu Vishnum Parityajya Mohadanyamupasate Sahemarashi Mutsrajya Pamshurashim Jigrukshati. See, one who gives up Vasudeva and worships someone else is a fool. Fool, from where it came? Parityatyakta Amrutam. Sorry, I am reading another one actually. The person gives up Vasudeva अरे बीच में मिस होगा क्या? One more. Tadhaiva anyatra cha. One point is missing. Vasudevam parityajya yo anyadevam upasate tyaktvaamrutam samudhatma bhunkte halahalam visham. This is missing. So one who gives up worshipping Vasudeva, then that kind of person what? Tyaktva amrutam. That means he is leaving amrutam and drinking halahalam. Poison. And in Mahabharata it is said, Mahabharata, Yastu Vishnum Parityajya Mohadanyamupasate Sahema Rashim Utsrujya Pamshurashim Jugrukshati. One who gives up Vishnu out of illusion. Vishnum Parityajya Mohad Anyamupasate. Someone else is like a person who gives up a pile of gold and accepts a pile of dust. Pamshu, dust. See, easy slokas actually. You can easily remember. Atayeva uktam Sri Satyavratena. So Satyavrat. Nayat prasadayuta bhagalesham Anye cha deva guravo jana swayam kartum sameta prabhavanti pumshas tameshwaram vai sharanam prapadye. Matsyadev, 8th canto, 24th chapter, last chapter. He is glorifying Matsya Bhagavan, Satyavrat, King Satyavrat. नयत प्रसाद अयुत भागलेशम अन्ये च देवा गुरुवा जनाः स्वयं कर्तुम समेहिताः. Even the devatas, elders, or other people unitedly being independent from you cannot offer mercy that equal even 1/10,000 of your mercy. All the people together, all the people means devatas, all the demigods, all other beings unitedly also they cannot offer 1/10,000 of your mercy, Lord's mercy. Kartum sametah prabhavanti pumsa. Tam Ishwaram vai sharanam prapadye. Therefore, I wish to take shelter of you, the Supreme Lord. Sri Brahma Shivo api Vaishnavattvena bhajeta. So that's why one should worship Brahma and Shiva as Vaishnavas only. You should not worship Brahma is equal to Shiva and Vishnu. No, that is wrong. It is said in the Sadidevo Jagata Sadidevo Jagata Sadidevo Jagatam Paro Guru Swadhishnyamastaya Sisrukshayakshata. Second canto, 9th chapter. This question and answers of the Vidura Parikshit. Questions asked by the Parikshit in the 8th chapter. What is the difference between body of Jivatma and the body of the... Is there any difference between the living entity's body and the Supreme Lord's body? Just to explain that, this chapter is started actually. You all know this. So, Sa Adi Devaha. That means Sukadeva Goswami is narrating the episode. This episode actually, Brahmaji is getting the darshan of Krishna and Chatusloki Bhagavatam. That episode Sukadeva Goswami narrates to Parikshit Maharaj to explain his question. So in that connection, it is said that Brahmaji is sitting where? Brahmaji is sitting in his lotus. And Astaya Sisrukshayakshata. So he is thinking how to do creation. Aikshata is deliberating or thinking. So Saha Adi Devaha Jagatam Paro Guruhu. So here what we are seeing, Brahmaji is Jagatam Paro Guruhu. How you should worship Brahmaji? How Sukadeva Goswami is worshipping? Whose statement this is? Sadi Devo Jagatam Paro Guru. Who is speaking this? Huh? Who is speaking? Same like how the Bhakti Vaibhava class, same it is going on. Even after at the time after eating you are feeling drowsy. Now you after see whatever you ate that is over. Now you are feeling hungry and feeling drowsy, I think. Huh? Hungry? Feeling hungry? Acha. You are hungry. You speak mic, then everyone will feel happy. Otherwise, you will crack the jokes, but nobody is hearing.
Yes, so I am hungry.
You are hungry. You are hungry, then you eat me. Eat bhakti sandarva. You eat bhakti sandarva. Okay, who is saying this? Adi Devo Jagatam. Huh? Tell me, Panditji. Are just now I explained, na? What I explained? Sukadeva Goswami is saying. So Sukadeva Goswami, how he is respecting Brahmaji, the way you should also respect. That is the point here. Brahma and Shiva also, you should not give the equal status of Vishnu to them. You have to see them as Vaishnavas. How we have to see them? How, example, in the case of Brahmaji, how you should worship Brahmaji? How you should, can you equate Brahmaji with Vishnu? No. So it is said here what? Jagatam Paro Guruhu means he is the instructor of bhakti. First Guru he is the for this material world. For him, Guru is a Krishna. But for this material world, he is the first Guru. As the supremest Guru. And he gave the bhakti process to Narada. And like that, so bhakti is carried forward. So that's why we should worship Brahmaji as Guru. Not the giving the position of equal position of Vishnu. Next. How to treat Shiva? How one should deal with the Shiva? Vaishnavanam yatha shambhu ityadhyangikarat. That means Bhagavatam is saying that you should treat Brahmaji as Guru, and Bhagavat is saying, 12th canto, 13th chapter, 16th sloka, you should treat Shiva as Vaishnava, best Vaishnava, best among the Vaishnavas. Atayeva Dwadashe Shivam Prati Sri Markandeya Vachanam. Even in the 12th canto, you will be seeing Markandeya is speaking to Shiva. What is saying? Varamekam runethapi purnat kama bivarshanat bhagavatyachutam bhaktim tatpareshu tatha tvayi. What is saying? Varam ekam vrune tathapi purnat kama bivarshanat bhagavatyachutam bhaktim tatpareshu tatha tvayi. So I request one benediction from you, Markandeya is saying. So Varam ekam vrune purnat kama bivarshanat. Purnat means full of perfection, and kama bivarshanat, and able to shower down the fulfillment of all desires. Bhagavatyachutam bhaktim tatpareshu tatha tvayi. What is that boon? What is that? I ask to have unfailing devotion for Supreme Lord and for his devotees. Tvayi. Tatha tvayi. Even in you also. In you also. That means Markandeya, how he is seeing Vishnu, how he is seeing the Shiva. He is asking devotion in Vishnu, in his devotees, also in Shiva. Also in Shiva. So that means in what sense he is asking worship in devotion in the Shiva? Like how he is desiring to worship Vishnu in the same level, he is also desiring to worship Shiva? No. He is asking devotion even in the devotees. Then after that immediately is coming Tatha Tvayi. Tatha means in that way, in the same way in you also. Tatha means what? In the same way in you also. Instead of especially you should write in the same way in you. In the same way means in the same of whom? Tatpareshu. That means the same, how I am desiring devotion in his devotees, in the same way in you also. That means he is considering Shiva as devotee of the Lord. Instead of especially, in the same way we should write. In the same way in you. That's why in the Jiva Goswami is writing in the clarifying in the last, Tatha means त्वयि अपि तत्परः इत्यर्थः. Tatha त्वयि अपि तत्परः इत्यर्थः. That means you are also like other devotees of Vishnu. That means you are also devotee of Vishnu. That's why I want devotion in you. Not that you are the supreme personality of Godhead. That is the meaning. In that way, I also ask for devotion to you who are dedicated to the Lord. Thus, in the 8th canto, in the glorification of Shiva, okay, you'll be seeing next, Ashtame. What you said? Ashtame Prajapati Kruta Shivastuto. Yetvara. What is that sloka? ये त्वात्मा राम गुरु ये छंद क्या है? ये त्वात्मा राम गुरुभिर्हृदि चिंतितांग्री द्वंद्वं चरन्तम् उमया तपसा वितप्तम् कथन्त उग्र पौरुषं निरतं श्मशाने ते नूनमूतिम् अविधां स्तव हत लज्जाः. We are glorifying Prajapatis, glorifying the Shiva. In this also, what is our goal? We are just saying that Ashrayantara, other sadhanas, leaving Vishnu and depending on other sadhanas is rejected actually in this Anucheda. Practicing of other sadhanas or considering other sadhanas as independent sadhanas is rejected. You should not consider other sadhanas as independent, other process as independent. So that is only he said here also. What he is saying? Yetu Atmarama Guru bihi hrudi Chintitangri Dvandvam Charantam Umaya Tapasabi Taptam Katyante Vagra Paurusham Niratam Smashane Te Nunam Utim Avidam Tava Avidvamsaha Tava Hata Lajjaha. Kat Hata Lajjaha Avidvamsaha Kattante. What they say? Persons criticize you as ferocious. So Prajapati is glorifying Shiva. That means if anyone considers Shiva as Ugram, means ferocious, and also Ugram, Paurusham, Niratam, and also violent person. Lord Shiva is like this. If any, and Smashane, Smashane Niratam, Te Nunam Utim Avidvamsa Tava Hata Lajjaha. Also, people think that, hey, this Shiva is always addicted to staying in crematorium. And he's a violent person. He kills all the jivas. He's very ferocious. His form, if you see, wearing the bones and skull as a garland. And having a snake and big jata, which is completely filled with the vibhuti. That's ashes from this smashana. They are not so clean actually. And his form is very ferocious form, and also wearing the only some skin is wearing. So by seeing this form of Vishnu, if anyone criticize, oh, what is this? Instead of respecting him as Vaishnava, immediately if anyone get the feeling of this, and also always he is almost all naked only. Only this much he's wearing on the down, and maybe on the top he's wearing anything. Not nothing actually. Snake is there, that's all. And he's always sitting with his wife. Almost all naked and sitting with wife. So by seeing this, what is this man? Not fully dressed, and sometimes in his lap, Parvati is sitting. That's why Chitraketu was laughing. And if anyone, by seeing this position of the Shiva, if they do this kind of offense, criticize, is a violent person like and so and so. So then, hatalajjaha. Nunam utim avidvamsaha. They don't know your fast tense. Those people are foolish people. They divide of shame actually. Shameless people, they will speak like this. But actually, Shiva is what? Atma Rama Gurubihi. Hrudi Chittatangri Dandvam. That means his lotus feet is meditated by the great Atma Ramas in their heart. Because he is inspiration for the Atma Ramas. Because he is always in the meditation. Always he does the tapasya. Intense austerity. Why he left everything? Even he is the controller of the Maya. All the material opulence is with him. Why he is not accepting those? The reason is? Huh? Recently it came. Okay, tell in Mike. Recently it came. This is the answer. Why he is not accepting anything, Lord Shiva? Even he is the controller of the Maya. Maya means what? Parvati, Maria Devi. Uma is controller. She is the Sannapurna. She is giving everything for everyone, for all the living entities. But why Lord Shiva, he can have good building like other demigods, and also having nice park, nice garden, and nice dresses? At least he can wear good dress. So why can't he wear all these? Mike.
Because Prabhu, he is great Vaishnava Lord. So he don't want to anything who is favorable for Lord.
Huh?
Yeah. Which object is valuable, he wants to offer only Lord.
Yes, this is the answer. This is the answer. Actually, Lord Shiva, even he is possessing everything. But why he is not accepting anything? These are all enjoyable objects, all are meant for my Lord, not for my purpose. I don't use these. That's why he is not accepting anything. Even he is not accepting a single house in crematorium. He is staying. Even he is not accepting nice dress, because nice dress is meant for my Lord. Huh? Huh. Huh? Oh. Oh, Mike, what do you want to say, Tapo Mike?
He told why we use this cloth.
Why we use? You want to follow Shiva?
So I open.
Then you should wear snake, and you should wear the tiger skin. drink poison. First you should drink poison, then you should do do the halal and keep here. Then you should do anything. Where it came recently, actually. Uh, where where recently only it came. This also. One should not. You got. That is okay. But this one, the Lord Shiva, you should not imitate Lord Shiva. That means if you want to imitate, first you drink the poison. Prabhupada writes there in the where it came actually this. I don't know. I'll forget. In our class we discussed. Only just 4-5 days back. So that's why we should not imitate. And so one should not have that kind of heinous feeling about the Lord Shiva. He is a great devotee. How Kashyapa is also explaining there in the 3rd canto, 14th chapter actually. The glories of the Lord Shiva. Yes. So wonderfully is explained. He is. And also you'll be seeing his glories in the next canto also. Once again in the 7th chapter of the 4th canto you'll be seeing. So Lord Shiva's devotion. So that's why one should see Lord Shiva as Vaishnava. If doesn't see him as a Vaishnava, he is actually a fool and devoid of shame. And they don't know reality. And also in the 5th canto, Chaturde Sri Mad Ashtabhujam Prati Pracheta. Okay, this is done. Chaturde. In the 4th canto, we are seeing Prachetas towards the Lord with the 8 arms. Ashtabhuja. Vayam tu sakshad bhagavan bhavasya priyasya sakyu kshana sangamena sudhichikitsitasya bhavasya mitror bishaktamam tvadyagatim gatasma. What Prachetas are saying in this 4th canto? O Lord, by momentary association with your dear friend Shiva, we have today attained you, the best remedy for birth and death. Lord is remedy for birth and death. And that Lord is attained. How he is attained? By the association of Shiva. By Shiva's association, Prachetas attained Supreme Lord. Kshana Sangamena, by momentary association, just Kshana Sangamena. So, this is the glory of the Shiva. He is a Maha Vaishnava actually. Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu, Mahajan. And if you get association of Shiva, then you will become devotee. So, why we are discussing this? Because one should not see Shiva, Brahma on equal level with Vishnu. And also we should not disrespect. You should see them as Vaishnavas. One as Guru and another as best among the Vaishnavas. And you should not disrespect Shiva by seeing his external forms. Continued. Okay. Ramcharan Prabhu.
So, so as when we say association, like with Lord Shiva,
Yes.
it has to be like it's our attitude that we see Lord Shiva as great Vaishnava. Otherwise, Ravana also get association of Lord Shiva by worshipping him, and other demons also they worship Lord Shiva.
Yes,
but
Prabhu.
they never become devotee because I think they are not seeing Lord Shiva as a devotee of Lord Vishnu. Is that correct understanding?
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. That is an Lord Shiva's association means if you associate Lord Shiva, he will tell about you. He will tell to you about Vishnu. Association means so live association. Yeah. Even if you go to the temple, then you should association means that is worship actually. So Shiva always meditates on Krishna, but Brahmanas they are just worshipping actually. They are not associating. If they associate a Vaishnava, they will be getting the teachings of about the Vishnu. So those people who are worshipping Shiva as independently, they will be treated as Pakhandis. Actually, you'll be seeing those things in the coming sections. Nama Aparad. In the second Nama Aparad, we'll be seeing that discussion. And now here, yes, we'll go to just a few more lines I will cover. Maybe I cannot give now. My material is over. Material is over. Luckily, see, from tomorrow onwards, 2 weeks I have holiday. So I will do translation. Every day sit and do. So by Krishna's mercy, because Lord is having his plan. From Monday onwards, I will not be teaching Bhakti Vaibhava or the Bhakti Vedanta. No classes. Huh? Krishna Sandrabha is there anyway. That can be managed easily. Main burden means not burden, but main in load actually. Big load is teaching Bhakti Vaibhava or Bhakti Vedanta. Every 2.5 hours, preparing 3 hours. 3 or 4 hours. Today, 7 hours I prepare. From morning 6 to 12, 1 o'clock. 7 hours. 7 hours sitting but still people are sleeping gathering. So tomorrow, Monday onwards, tomorrow onwards I will start translating and I will do just one more paragraph, little paragraph only. I will finish it and I will close the class actually. Only. Next, what is said? Mula you can open. You see Mula. Vaishnavasya satah samadarshinastu na bhakti labha pratyavayascha yatha Vaishnava tantre. So that's why if anyone is any Vaishnava, being a Vaishnava, if you see with equal vision Lord Shiva, Brahma and Vishnu, then they don't get bhakti in Vishnu. Na bhakti labha. There is no bhakti. Okay? That line is clear, na? You need only English, then only you can understand what. Try easily. Being a Vaishnava, if one sees Vishnu, also otherwise you can. Being a Vaishnava, if one sees Vishnu and Shiva as equals, then he doesn't get any bhakti. But he will get sin. Pratyavaya means sin. Aparadha, offense. Here sin means he will get the offense. Anartha, unwanted thing. Where it is said? It is said in the Vaishnava Tantra. It is said, Nalabheyu punar bhaktim hare raikantikim jadah ekagramana saschapi Vishnu samanya darshinah yastu narayanam devam brahma rudradi devataihi samatvenaiva viksheta sa pashandi bhavedruvam. So what in this Vaishnava Tantra it is said, Harehe Aikantikim. bhaktim na labeyuhu. He will not get the aikantik bhakti of Hari. When Vishnu Samanya Darshinaha, Vishnu Samanya Darshinaha means he is seeing Vishnu with in equally with others. If one sees Vishnu on the same level with others, Vishnu is not superior, supreme personality of Godhead. He is not seeing like that. Like other demigods, if one consider Vishnu also like that, other demigods, then what? That person, even he is focusing, ekagra manasascha, that means he is fully focused. His mind is so focused mind, but still jadaha, that fool, jadaha. So those fools, aikantikim bhaktim na labhayuhu, they will never get the bhakti. So that's why actually now these chapters are actually, if you in India also, nowadays also, many people, actually many major population of the society think that Vishnu and Shiva are equal. Even in the Telugu, actually in Andhra Pradesh, big stalwart poets are there. Nannaya, Tekkana and Erra Pragada. Nannaya, Tekkana and Erra Pragada. So these three people, these three people wrote Mahabharatam together. What is their pratigna, what they promised they did? They want to establish through this scripture oneness or the equality between Brahma and Vishnu, Shiva. This is actually, because before to this, there was fighting. There was a big fighting between Saivites and Vaishnavas and Saivites. There are big in South India. If you see that whole belt, Andhra, Tamil Nadu, and all these, so they are prominent. Sometimes so Vaishnavas are prominent. Sometimes Saivites are prominent. Shiva followers. So there is a big fighting. Even in the villages, they used to fight on the name of this. Now we have another problem. We are having the fighting between religions, Hindu and Muslim. But at that time, they have fighting between the Saivites and the Vaishnavas. And purposefully, actually, there are so many books are written to equate Shiva and Vishnu. And that's big. That scripture, that's Mahabharatam, is 18 Parvas wrote in Telugu. And that is a book, common book in all the colleges, actually, in all the poetry. So in the poetry classes, they will be learning those in degree level, master's level, and also in the school level, various sections. So that means everyone, what is the pratigna? That means what is the Mangalacharana statement of that book? Shiva, Brahma, Vishnu are equal. This is the Mangalacharana. So this is actually like this in Indian history, just to get the material results, just to solve some material problems. They did such a misconception, actually, false philosophies. Maybe if you dig in your region also, that kind of things might be there. Yes, no, Prabhu? Yeah, like this. So many people came, and also some people came. They destroyed the Varnashram system, like our dearmost compiler of constitution. So like that. That means the real what happened, the real gnanam, the real knowledge, the greatness of the bhakti is misunderstood by the people, and after that they started promoting whatever the demigod they like, and after that they created the groups just to gain the material results. Then innocent people are just involved in that and fighting. And to solve that, next another person is coming, another social reformer, and he is saying that everything is equal, this, that. So this kind of problems are there in India. That's why why 500 years back there were severe problems were there in the society. because of these Saivites and Vaishnavas. Now we don't see, that's why we don't feel so importance of this. But when you see that problem prominently in the society, then you will understand. Any author is writing book or compiling, he will be always keeping that the present situation of the society. It's a 500 years back, this book is written. At that time, you see what are the social problems. So that's why he's writing this much in this. So it's clearly mentioned that worshipping Vishnu is superior. And unnecessarily someone is claiming and fighting with the Vaishnavas, that means Saivites, we are superior. Then there is a fighting. Then to make it equal, some other people came and whole nonsense. But, and also we have something, what is that? You only told, no, Prabhu? Instead of going to Shivalayam, it's better to live the life. Huh? What is that?
The same, Prabhu. It's your in South Indian Vaishnavism also the problem is there. Sri Vaishnavism, and they present Shiva something like a mangi. Sometimes even they joke like that also in poems, and they don't explain the glories of Lord Shiva in relation with Krishna. Vishnu, like
as a Vaishnava.
that's cut off. That's
cut off. Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
That is also problem.
That's also problem.
If you disrespect the Shiva,
that
is Jiva Goswami, see how he is balancing.
Yeah, that
So
balance is not there.
He is giving respect to the Shiva. And also that's why he quoted the sloka. If anyone laugh at the Shiva's external things by seeing external things, then he's a fool actually. He's saying those people are not hata lajjaha. They are shameless people, he said. So you don't have any shame. So that kind of people, those. And that's why he is parallelly giving respect as a Vaishnava to Shiva. And also he is, so these kind of things. But in the Mahabharata, in Telugu Mahabharata, so that is not there. This kind of justification should be done properly. Then how many? Because those people are very prominent poets. So after that, thousands and thousands and millions of the followers happen now. Everyone knows like that only. Now if you want to preach the Vaishnavism there, they immediately say, how? Why Krishna? You are also people like Allah. So like Muslims, you are also becoming like Christians. You are always saying only Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then there is another problem actually. Like that they are seeing us. They are seeing that these are all so sectarians. But what is the Krishna consciousness? Prabhupada says that Krishna consciousness is a lifestyle actually. It is the original lifestyle of every living entity. It is not any, is a religion imposed on anyone or conversion. It is a lifestyle. Yes? But that is the missing. So then anyone who, that means see Vishnu, Brahma, Shiva are equal, then that kind of person will not get the pure devotional service. Yahtu Narayanam Devam Brahma Rudradi Devataihi Samatveneva Viksheta Sa Pashandi. He who sees Vishnu to be equal to Brahma, Shiva and other devatas is certainly a Pashandi. Pashandi means what? Dikava. External only. Outwardly he exhibiting himself as devotee, but inside is not devotee actually. That is known as Pashandi. He who sees Vishnu to be equal. That means he is worshipping Vishnu so deeply. And all vratas he follows. Everything he does. And he says that everyone is equal. And he started giving classes to people. You'll sit. Now come. This is. And by seeing his devotion, oh, everyone is inspiring. Oh, he is a great devotee. So that is a problem. Then he is known as a Pashandi. Next, only one more, because we should finish the. Atayev abheda drishti vachanam samabhakta gnanyadi parameva. So that's why in sometimes we'll be seeing non-difference between, even in the Bhagavatam, there is a statement which is saying that, so non-difference between the Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu. So that is true in whose case? There is a statement which is saying Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva are same. That is true in whose case? That is true in the case of people who worship Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu equally, or otherwise Jnanis. In the case of Jnanis, or otherwise in the case of, the equal, that means Samabhaktaha. Samabhaktaha means who equally worship Shiva, Brahma and Vishnu. What is the meaning of equally worshipping? They don't see any difference between among these three. So those generally Brahmanas. So if you see you can see this kind of statement where Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva are seen as equal. What is that? Markandeya Upakyana, 12th canto. So Shiva is saying the point actually. What Shiva is saying? Brahmana sadava shanta nisanga bhuta vatsala ekanta bhakta asmasu nirvaira samadarshina saloka lokapalastan vandantyarchantyupasate aham cha bhagavan brahma swayam cha harireshwarah nate mayyachute jecha vidamanvapi chakshate natmanascha parasyape tadyushman vayamimahi. So see what Shiva is saying. Shiva is saying that I myself, Bhagavan, Brahma, Brahmaji, Hari, we all three worship, and also we all three, not only we all three, all the inhabitants, Salokaha, all the inhabitants of this creation, all the ruling devatas, that means Salokapalaha. Lokapalaha means the controllers of the lokas. All these people, and also myself, Brahma and Hari, we all worship Brahmanas. What kind of Brahmanas? They are sadhus. They are sadhus. Means they are saintly people. They are shantaha, peaceful. And also nisangaha. They are free from material desires. Bhutavatsalaha. They are also worship. They also compassionate to all living entities. And Aikanta Bhaktaha, they are devoted equally to Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. Nirvairaha. Nirvairaha means also they are not having any enmity. And Samadarshinaha, they are having the equal vision towards everything. So those people, those Brahmanas. So we all worship those Brahmanas. Who is saying? Shiva. You can see BBT if you are not able to follow. Getting or not? First batch I taught without any translation, giving any translation. You see, understand then how they studied. In first batch, I didn't give any translation. So here, simply what we are seeing, this But nate mai achyute ajecha bidam anvapi chakshate. They don't see. See the last sloka is remaining. Nate mai achyute ajecha bidam anvapi chakshate na atmanasya parasyapi tat ishman vayam imahi. They don't see even little difference in Vishnu, Brahma and me. Nor do they even see difference of themselves and others. But surpassing that conception, we worship you, pure Vaishnavas. So, what does it mean? Simply just I am summarizing. Generally, so if you see equality between the Vishnu and Shiva, then you will not get the pure devotional service. Then who will see but sometimes we'll be seeing the Shastra, Vishnu, Shiva, Brahma are equal. Like that, who will be treating? Some Brahmanas treat. That means, for example, one Brahmana is there. He is a worshipper of Shiva. Then everyone for him is Mahadev. Mahadev. He'll be seeing everyone as Mahadev. If you go to the Benares, like here Radhe Radhe, there what they say? Mahadev. That means everyone is Mahadev. That means they see Mahadev in Vishnu, they see Mahadev in Brahma, they see even in every living entity also Mahadev. Everyone is Mahadev. And someone is Brahmaji Upasakas. So then they will be see everywhere Brahmaji. Like this. And they see some people Vishnu Upasakas. They will see Vishnu and they will see so Shiva also is Vishnu. Brahma is also Vishnu. They don't say that he is a Tatastha Shakti and he is Vibhinnamsha. No, he is Vishnu only. And every living entity is Vishnu. And everyone is Vishnu. These are some kind of Brahmanas Shiva is saying. Some Brahmanas worship like that. We also worship them. And next what he is saying? What he is saying? He is saying that we don't Yushman Vayam Imahi. So this Shiva is saying that we have respect for those Brahmanas. We worship them means we respect them. But he is saying to whom? He is saying to Markandeya. Shiva is saying to whom these sentences? Markandeya. And to Markandeya, what? Ishman Vayam Imahi, he is saying here. But we worship you. Markandeya, he is showing to Markandeya, and we worship you because you are pure Vaishnava. So that's why worshipping those Brahmanas is different from the worshipping this Markandeya. Markandeya is seeing the difference between Shiva and Vishnu. We will see that tomorrow. Means Monday. Markandeya is seeing difference, but still he is worshipping. And in the previous statement, what he said, the Brahmanas who are seeing equally everywhere, whether Vishnu, Shiva or Brahma, and we are worshipping them also, he is saying. And now in the Markandeya's case, he is not seeing, but still he is worshipping. Means something difference is there. I mean, something this worshipping means that worshipping is different from this worshipping. Okay, I will explain tomorrow. Tomorrow means next class, whenever. Okay, Monday is your day. Monday is your day. Everyone prepare for exam and my holiday. Then Monday I have complete holiday. So many days, after so many days, I got holiday. Exam time will be the same. No, I will update you. Maybe last time, what time? 6 o'clock. Huh? 6 o'clock. Acha. 6:30 to 8:15. Like that, maybe 75 marks I can give. Question paper. 75, not 100. So 75 marks question paper I will set. Yeah, 2 or 15 minutes. That means 6:15 to 8:45. Then you will be writing till 8:45. If we start 6:30, what is good actually? Starting 6 is good, na? Huh? Actually, I sent 6. I sent 6 and she sent 6:30, I think. Yeah. Yes. Then I changed and I sent 6. See, that Tapomai always. Okay, no problem. Anyway, anyone can get confused. Okay. So now 6 o'clock. Okay, we'll 6 to 8:15. Okay. 6 to 8:15. That is standard time. It's easy. 275 marks. I will give. Well set. Okay. Anything else? Any questions? Any doubt? Everyone preparing? Okay, then I will not speak after class. What? Mike. What? I am not able to hear.
Actually, we need some important
questions. Everything is important. Everything is confusing.
Because it's Kali Yugna, all question answer is same. Same.
Which bhakti for which questions? We are not understanding.
So all answers are clear. Any questions? Any doubts in the final list? Where it is that you send, Prabhu? और एक बार टेलीग्राम లో పంపించు. अच्छा सर्वेश. अच्छा ओके దొరికిందిలే. Yes. This I like it actually. 24. जहल लक्षण अजहल लक्षण जहजल लक्षण. आपले लक्षण वृत्त्यान त्वंतु सर्वम परित्यज्य. This jahad ajahal lakshana. 5 marks. 24th question. Okay. 20 marks over actually. Uh, 3 marks, 1 question. Sometimes devotees desire swarga, apavarga, and lots above. What is the reason behind this? Give an example for each. Question number 30. 30. Yes. Yes. Okay. This is the another. 23 marks. Okay. And 2 marks I will tell. Finally. మీరు నెంబర్స్ నోట్ చేసుకుని పంపండి, లేకపోతే మళ్ళీ మర్చిపోయినాం, కొత్త ఇచ్చా కొత్త ఇచ్చేసాను అక్కడ మళ్ళీ. Two marks, very good questions are there, so many. Give an example to describe the Vedas or Parokshvada and relate the components of the example with the things to be explained. 19. Okay. 19. Bas. 25. Out of 75, 25 is over. Huh? Huh? I don't know. I'll see whenever 75 marks. Thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.